guys, how are you my people? I hope you're fine wherever you are. I am also doing fine, as you can see. I'm feeling much better, and I decided that I wanted to share this video actually before, but yeah, whatever happened. So here we are. This video is specifically in regards to accommodations in Dubai for starters up. When I say starters up, I mean people who are either relocating to Dubai for the first time, or you're going to look for a job to stay there, and so you're wondering like which budget will I put for my accommodation, or which places am I going to stay, how do they look like, you know, all those things. So I'm just going to give a few of the places that most people who are starting up, either you're starting to work in Dubai, you already got a job, but the salary that you get is not that much to sustain you, you know, in these expensive places. So specifically, it is just going to be something that's accommodative for you as someone who is starting up. Anyway, if you're new here, my name is Nelly Tietie. Karibu sana to this channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, my follower since day one, asante sana. Extremely indebted na nashukuru. Yeah, so before we get into this video, kindly subscribe if you haven't. And as we all know, I'm currently in Kenya, and I love giving things that I am, you know, I am familiar with. I like talking what I know. So before we start this video, I'd love to acknowledge, appreciate a friend who is in Dubai, went back. She was in Dubai before, decided to come back home. Then, hey, sijui kama kilimramba ama she just decided to she just decided to go back. Yeah, but she's back to Dubai. So when I wanted to do this episode, I clearly had to at least talk to someone who is on the ground, atupe facts. Jumi neza waambia na ni kitu ili happen 2 years ago, it's not happening now. But whatever, every detail that I'm going to give here is an updated detail of 2024 because she just went back this year. So I will put here her TikTok handle. Please follow her up and appreciate her for me. Asante sana Lona for this info. So you have decided I am relocating to Dubai. Of course, I'm going to look for a job. Specifically, this means you're not relocating through agency, because you know most agents gives you like ready jobs, and the ready jobs mostly come with accommodation. So kwa hii scenario yenye I'm going to explain here is a scenario whereby umejiamulia wewe personally, like I'm going to do this on my own. You're going to look for accommodation, you're going to look for your own visa, you're going to look for your own ticket. Like everything is up to you. But this specific episode, we are only going to talk about accommodations only. So I'm going to start with the most cheapest accommodation you can get, that at least you can maintain. And remember, when you're going to look for a job, if you haven't gotten a job, we always ask, like you're always advised to budget for 3 months, because the visit visa is always for 3 months ya kutafuta kazi. So anything that you're going to do now, we are going to multiply by 3 to know how much in total you need for that specific accommodation within those 3 months that you'll be looking for a job. And the first accommodation is this one. So in this specific accommodation, as you can see, it ranges from 500 dirhams to 800 dirhams. And kama ni kitanda ya juu na chini, remember you'll be in the same room but paying different rent. Watu wako chini will pay more expensive rent than those people who sleep in upper beds. And these specific accommodations are called bed spaces. Wenzangu, vile hiyo jina inasoma, ndio vile hizo accommodations ziko. You are only going to pay for your bed space. Yani mali kitanda yako iko, that is your space. All the other amenities like the kitchen and the toilet, you are going to share. So as you can see, like the first video, these are bed spaces that range from 500 to 800 dirhams. Now, if you calculate in Kenyan money, that is approximately 19,500 to 31,200. If you're going to pay 500, then that means every month you're going to pay 19,500. If you're going to pay up to the 800 dirhams, you're going to pay 31,200. That means if you're going to look for a job and you want to stay in this specific bed space, and the budget that you can look into, the cheapest budget you can look into for your accommodation for the 3 months will be 58,300 to 93,600 for a starter for this specific bed space. So that is the first bed space. We can now check the second bed space. The second accommodation I'm going to share with you is now this one that ranges from 800 dirhams to 1,000 dirhams. Approximately, that is 31,200 to 39,000 per month. Kama kawaida, we will do our 3 months calculation, which comes up to 93,600 to 117,000. So that means if you are eyeing this specific bed space, then your budget for accommodation should range between 93,600 to 117,000. And according to uwezo wako and according to your budget. And you see some people even move to Dubai when they already have jobs, and now they're only looking for a specific accommodation. So if your salary allows you to stay wherever you can stay, feel free. The third accommodation is now this one that is 1,500 dirhams. But the unique thing about this specific accommodation that is 1,500 is the fact that you are provided with 3 beds, as you can see. So you people will go there and you'll decide to pay each person 500 dirhams. So if you decide to settle on this bed space that you'll stay 3 of you, and then you split up the 500 dirhams each, it means every month each of you will be contributing 19,500. And that brings us to 58,300 for the 3 months. This can be, I think, this is a bit fair in regard to how that space is bigger, because I think you've seen the first video how congested it was. So this one might just favor you a bit. Yeah. And then now we check on the last affordable bed space that you can get, or rather a space that you can stay in for a starters up. This one is 1,500 dirhams. Yeah. So for the whole period that you'll be staying here, every month you'll be paying 58,500. And for this specific one, you've seen they're only providing 1 bed, and you have a small sofa there maybe. Of course, you might notice that even in such a setup, you'll realize that the whole apartment might even be 3 bedrooms or something like that. You'll end up realizing that maybe you'll still share the parlor, or maybe you will share the kitchen, or maybe you'll still share the toilet. But for this specific one, mostly if you are paying 1,500 for that room, it is most likely you will have your own toilet. So depending with your budget, you can go to either of the videos and places that I have shared. Yeah, so here is a fact that you people should just get. We have advantages and disadvantages of staying in these places. It is, I think, working on a budget is the biggest aspect of it. Kwa sababu nani hataki kuishi vizuri? But sasa wewe utaenda kuishi vizuri na unaenda kuhustle. That is the whole aspect. So the first thing is the fact that you will be, accommodation will be on a budget. We also have staying in these bed spaces helps in collaborating when you're looking for a job, because unajua mta move ka group. Like at least someone will come and also share with you, nilienda hapa nini. Like you'll share ideas on how to get a job. You can't just come from your country, you go to that new country and then you want to go and stay around people who already have jobs. Washasahau hustle ya kutafuta job, washasahau hiyo pressure. So I always feel like also staying in these bed spaces favors you in terms of getting jobs, because you'll psych each other up, you'll give each other ideas on the CVs and all those things. Yeah, and then maybe the last thing is the fact that you'll be homesick, definitely. At one point, being around these people around you will also favor you. At least itakusaidia kutoa your homesickness, ndio uendelee kujua nini imekupeleka huko, and you just hustle your way through. Very possible. And now, the disadvantages. Aki mmeona kama video ya kwanza, the congestion. Like there is so much to it. Nikishasema to the congestion, you know what comes with, being congested somewhere around different people. Yeah, and then also you've noticed there is no privacy. Like, okay, clearly you can't have privacy in such a place. It is not possible. Then another thing, managing your personal stuffs. Unajua vile umezoea kupanga bathroom yako, now that is impossible because you guys are sharing this bathroom with I don't know how many people. So arranging, even doing your own shopping kidogo uweke pale, it is also okay. I think managing personal stuffs it can just be difficult. So I think that is something major in regard to the disadvantages of being in those sharing spaces. But at the end of the day, for me, I feel like the end goal is what is more important. Why are you there? It is not always a good picture, it is not a good feeling. Unajua ushaenda, familia washaanza kusaike, mtoto wetu ameenda majue. But they don't know what comes with it. So I think before you get a place where you can be comfortable and stay like someone who is, you just have to be patient because this is a starters app. You just be patient. Hata kama ni mateso kidogo ya kuwa congested na kufanya nini, you just go through it. At the end of the day, the end goal is you managing to secure a job for yourself and of course make it better. And as I said in a specific post on my Facebook, when you are going to another country or when you are moving from your village to a town to look for a job, remember that is a hustling ground. Usiende hapo umeshalipwa 5,000, unataka kushikwa nyumba ya 3,000, alafu ndio uwezi tena rudi nyumbani because you have not secured anything, you've not saved anything, you have nothing to your name. Jipende, yes, love yourself to the brim, ensure you are living comfortable, you are living happy, but also remember what is your end goal. And all said and done, thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. I hope you've learned whatever you've learned. And if there is anything that you think I haven't mentioned and it could help you, that one person who is planning to relocate and start look for a job somewhere else, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I'll leave here my number as well. Feel free to call and text me. If it's an info that I don't have full information about, I will be so happy to get that info for you or plug you with the best. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.